What's going on, everybody? How everybody doing today? Or tonight?
What up? What up? What up?
As you can see, we have a new layout background.
Yeah.
Also, we got a few other stuff that we're gonna start doing. So last night was SummerSlam, bro. We got a lot to talk about.
Whoo, man. Man, oh man.
We have a lot to talk about.
My God.
We talking about
My
the
God.
original tribal chief returning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, CM Punk screws CM Punk,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and the Judgment Day being dead, basically.
In other words, the Judgment Day has been judged.
Basically. And also, we
Yep.
crowned four new
Yep.
champions,
All in one night.
which is
Boy. Whew.
the entire card had championship matches except for the grudge match between Punk and McIntyre.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I say, we're live on YouTube and Twitch, so like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hey, we be doing this every Sunday, and like I said, sometimes we might do a live stream for a show. So
Yep.
hey, like I said, next year WrestleMania, our goal is to have us in the same room doing the show together. That's the goal.
That's the goal,
We will hit the
folks.
goals. Trust me, we will. Well, yeah, let's get started because we want to get started like this. What I like to call a new segment called the rundown. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
little transition game now. Here we go. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
let's get started on the first topic of which is this is even better, bro. Look at this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're official. We're official.
So there
We're
was
official.
four new champions crowned at SummerSlam. We have a new Intercontinental champion in Braun Breaker, which was a short match. We have a new United States champion in LA Knight. We
Yeah.
also have we also have a new women's champion on SmackDown in Nia Jax, which is rightfully deserved
Thank
because she's
God. I'm not gonna lie to you.
which is not like don't be wrong. Bailey was a good champion, but I think she was the way she was booked was kind of like oh man. But she had good matches though,
Mm-hmm.
and Nia
Mm-hmm.
Jax deserved the title because since she's been back, she has been great. She has been hella great. Then of course you see a little Tiffany Stratton coming out there, maybe causing a little bit, friction between her and Nia, but it didn't happen. And of course,
Yeah. I mean, I thought she was gonna cash in, so
I thought so
it is.
too. I really thought she was going to cash in, but
It is what
hey,
it is.
like I said, let Nia have this reign. She deserves a reign at least, because her
Mm-hmm.
first reign as champion before was in 2018, I believe,
Yeah.
and it got killed within like 2 months to Ronda Rousey.
Thank God she's going, right?
Uh, yeah, that's true, but it's been stories talking about WWE actually might talk to her again. I said, please don't.
Don't. No.
Also, we have a new world heavyweight champion and the ring general Gunther.
Gun, dun,
That
dun, 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 dun.
simple fact that man got popped in his chest and started bleeding.
That's what happens
All
when you
that
call
came
people
from
street trash, you know?
Yeah, right. All that came from him fighting Finn on Monday. So
Hmm.
what can defend what he
Hmm.
did because he betrayed, Damien. But Finn has been known to do this a lot. He's done it in New Japan, everywhere he's been. He's always traded on somebody. So this is nothing new to him. But let's get down to it. In your mind, whose title new whose new one new sorry whose newly won title ring is more efficient out of the four that just got crowned this past yesterday?
Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Gunter's is going to be more efficient, but at the same time, we got LA Knight, who's like the breakout superstar of 2023 and maybe 2024. But yeah, I'm looking forward to LA Knight's title run. I mean, I kind of sort of see where Gunter's going to be going moving forward as World Heavyweight Champion. I'm already placing the prediction that he's going to go all the way through SummerSlam, not SummerSlam, through WrestleMania next year as World Champ. Um, I could say the same. I could say the same thing about Nia Jax, but I feel like she's going to lose it quickly again. But yeah, LA Knight's title reign, we're going to see how this goes because it's his first title officially on the main roster. I don't know if we count the $1 million championship reign that he had, but
I
that's
think we
neither
don't
here or there.
count that because it was like
But
I think it was just
definitely,
like a funny
I'm
thing. I think.
yeah. I mean that's all well and good, but I feel like that reign was just a hypothetical in the sense that Ted DiBiase was there and that whole thing, but whatever. But yeah, LA Knight, his title reign, I want to see where that goes. It's going to be interesting. Of course, we seen the results of that with Logan's foot under the rope, so potential rematch clause coming in the near future, probably Bash at Berlin or maybe on SmackDown. Who knows? I do want to see more tag team championships defended on the pay per view as well. But we'll talk about that probably later on down the line. But yeah, LA Knight, yeah,
Okay, I can hear that. And also, it's not pay per view anymore, bro. It's PLE. you gotta be
potato
very,
potato,
you gotta be very
Kim
specific because
Kardashian,
they,
Beyonce, whatever.
what the hell, they got to do anything.
Exactly.
This is why they call you the Mayhem. Okay then.
Yeah, yep. Hmm.
All right. So to me, the most person that I think will like benefit of being a champion, LA Knight is already LA Knight is like he's already established to me, so it's like he's good. I'm in
Hmm.
a torn between. Matter of fact, no, actually not in a torn. I think it'd be Braun Breaker. Only reason
Ah,
why,
yeah, Bron. Yeah, yeah.
only reason why I say Braun Breaker because think about it. Nia, Gunther, and LA have already established them as the names on their shows.
Hmm.
Braun is just getting like he just making his way up to the like limelight more. Cause think about it, he was in NXT destroying, causing havoc over there as NXT champion. Then he went into his heel era and was dominating. Then he became
Hmm.
tag team champions with Corbin, and now he's
Hmm.
by himself again on Raw. So it's like I think with him having his Intercontinental title, like I said, it's going to make him even greater. And I think they already see Braun as the next big thing for the WWE. He'll most likely be the face of the company. It's like I said, it's the four pillars of WWE. That's like the young guys. You have
Hmm.
Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Roxanne Perez. Those are the four pillars that you can build off of for WWE. In my opinion.
I can see that. I mean, I feel like at the same time with Braun Breaker, I feel like Braun Breaker is going to have this similar run that he had with as NXT champion. I mean, grant the fact that most of those matches were kind of sort of predictable, but in a sense, now that he's on the main roster, I would love to see him go to war with guys like Jay Uso, guys like well, I mean Sami Zayn again. I mean Sami Zayn has a rematch in his clause. So
Right.
I would like to see more of those people, if not more people step up to Braun Breaker. I mean, now that we got like the new Judgment Day 2.0, could we see Carlito step up at some point? Could we see JD McDonough step up at some point? We ain't even gonna talk about Dom because his face is already in enough stuff anyway. Um,
Ah, yo, we gonna get to that in a minute, but still.
uh, but yeah, like I definitely would like to see Braun Breaker's title reign be one of those fantasy matchup title reigns. Cause I could say he could literally go toe to toe with anybody on a roster. But
Definitely,
I would feel
definitely.
I feel like the one person that I think would give him a run for his money if booked right would be Finn Balor. I would say Finn Balor would definitely give him a run for his money. If even if Finn Balor was to step in that title picture, because we all know he's like due for a world championship for years.
Hmm.
For make Finn Balor great again. But anyway, that's besides the point. Finn Balor, Intercontinental Champion, book it. I want to see it.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna give you a hand clap. Just so stupid, you did sound effect on this damn thing.
We official, baby.
Yeah, we are. But yeah, but so since we talk about the Judgment Day, I mean, let's get
Hmm.
down to it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk
Is
about it.
Judgment Day? Judgment Day is dead. Are they dead? Technically, they're not, but
Nope.
they kicked out two of the like highest members of the group, basically the founding members of the group.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
basically we saw Dom betray Rhea and started
Hmm.
sucking face with Liv,
Yep.
which is like I'm trying to figure out. Dom, you just got married, bro. So it's like I mean it's acting at the end of the day. We know it's acting, but it's like y'all
Lucky
had tongue.
bastard.
They had tongue. Somebody had a video of them kissing like full like somebody was. It's some creeps out here. Somebody literally had a video of them zoomed in kissing, and they saw tongue. I'm like, number one, the person that did that video was a creep. That's for sure. And
That
two,
too. Yeah.
Don, when the it Don, I thought you was married. But the only thing is, Liv is single, so it's like cause I thought Liv was dating Bo, but I guess they broke up.
Listen,
But let's not
Liv, I know what you're doing on TV is acting, but I'll let your boy.
let's not get into their personal lives because it's been already bad on the internet with people talking about their personal lives, a la Mercedes Monet and her husband. I'm like, yo, why y'all posting their stuff? This is their information, but once it got out, it was like they're gonna talk about it. Let's get back to this. So, I mean, basically, we have Judgment Day 2.0. You might as well say, because like you said,
Hmm.
Carlito, JD Madonna, Finn Balor, Dom, and probably Liv as well. So it's like they all gonna
Hmm.
basically do what they're gonna do, but at the same time, it's like one, JD and Finn are the tag team champions right now, and most likely, remember who they lost to the night before SummerSlam. Well, that Monday before SummerSlam, they lost to Jay Uso
Right.
and Sammy. So it's
Hmm.
like Sammy may have. I mean, don't be wrong. I think they might go a different direction with Judgment Day for the tag team titles or something. I'm sure, but it's like after seeing what happened transpire with Liv, with Dom betraying Liv, with Dom betraying Rhea, and then in the middle of the night we see
Hmm.
Finn betrays Priest, and it's like
Hmm.
now we see what's gonna happen. Tomorrow night's gonna be crazy because they all gonna be on
Yes,
the
it is.
same show.
Yes, it is.
So it's like, where do we go
Yes,
from
it
here?
is.
In your mind, how do you feel about Judgment Day, basically quote unquote being dead, the original Judgment Day, now we in Judgment Day 2.0?
Well, I mean, if we look at the trajectory of what transpired at SummerSlam last night,
Mm-hmm.
and to see where both Priest and Rhea stand as far as like friends in the business, they got hella chemistry. So we could see a possible storyline between those two outside of the Judgment Day. At the same time, my biggest fear is that the level that both of them have reached, as far as Damian being world heavyweight champ and Rhea being women's champ, and like really climbing that escalator to get to be like the top guy or top girl in the locker room. My biggest fear is that they would have to start from the ground up all over again because they were elevated so high. But at the same time, I feel like them being outside of the Judgment Day now, they're more established than they were going into the Judgment Day. I mean, Rhea Ripley on one hand was already established when she came from NXT facing Charlotte Flair. So you got that. Damian Priest, on the other hand, was lost in the shuffle after his United States title reign, which was pretty good here and there, but overall could have been better. So with them being outside of the Judgment Day now, who knows where they're gonna fall as far as you know being the top being the top person on the main roster. Like I said with Damian Priest, we want to see where he goes from here. Rhea Ripley already established. She has no choice but to go even higher in her career. Damian Priest's career is just getting technically started after being world champ. So, in my opinion, I feel like they're going to do good. It's going to be interesting to see the the chemistry between Rhea and Priest versus the Judgment Day 2.0 and where that story is going to go. And just overall, like if you watch Rhea Ripley's interview, she always talked about Liv in such a high regard. So could this be Rhea passing the torch to Liv Morgan, so to speak? Could be, but at the same time, Liv has much more to do and so far to go in her career. So she's like almost there. But Rhea Ripley being the ring general that she is ever since coming out of NXT, already established. Um, we just have to wait and see where they go from here.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be like a passing of the torch. I mean, I can understand what you're coming from, but the passing of the torch, they're both in their younger years. So it's like
Hmm.
Rhea is like she's going to be the mainstay of Raw. Because now she's a babyface, and it's like, mind you, and also think about it too. She's basically now the top babyface on Raw. Because remember, Becky's not there still. Becky probably didn't sign her
That's
contract. Most
true.
likely, we just that it's quiet right now. So it's like, but remember, tomorrow night
Hmm.
it's basically the weekend. It's the night after the weekend on SummerSlam. So it's like we
Hmm.
know what's going to happen. All I know is
Oh
that
yeah,
it's
we know
going.
what's going. We
Go ahead.
know what's going to happen. At the same time, I feel like um we know, but we don't know because the mere fact that I'm not going to say all of this could be leading into something crazy, but this, like I said, as far as the whole passion of the torch thing, and you're right, it like she they're all young and as far as like their careers, they're all relatively young, and we don't know where Becky Lynch is at mind space wise as far as either coming back or just being a mom. we don't know exactly where she's at. But
That is true.
for Rhea Ripley to be the main babyface on the roster, I feel like Rhea Ripley, ever since the whole character change, has been a babyface in theory. Everybody was really gravitating towards her character as mommy on TV. I mean, outside of that, she's pretty cool person, but on screen, she had to be the biggest heel babyface during her run from joining the Judgment Day all the way up until now.
Hmm.
So we'll like I said, we'll see how this whole thing turns out. I really can't wait for it.
Well, we better get our black suits ready
Whew.
because
Whew.
because either when Rhea or a priest gets their hands on Dominic, he done for. And then it goes the same for the priest. I mean, it goes the same thing for Finn. Because it's like,
Hmm.
remember, they were the core four of the group. JD and
Yeah.
Carlito came later, but the core four was always Finn, Rhea, Priest, and Dom. They was the
Yep.
core four.
Yep.
So for Judgment Day to be over just like that is, I mean, granted, it was a long time coming, but it's like now we have two. It basically made two faces out the group because
Hmm.
Rhea was already getting the pop every time she came out, and plus everybody started calling her mommy. So that was like,
Yeah.
it was the biggest thing for her.
Yeah.
Priest became a big thing after the promo he had with freaking Gunter when Gunter called him street trash.
Hmm.
And I think with his 24 documentary coming out on Priest coming out soon, it's going to make even a more bigger face on Raw because Raw has they gonna need some more faces because Drew's a heel, Gunter's a
Hmm.
world champion heel. Those are the top two heels on Raw right now. And on face side, you got of course Punk, you got Seth, you got Priest.
Hmm.
Those are
Hmm.
your like main event guys. Now, of course, like I said, you got Jay, you got Sammy, all them guys, but they're like I think they could probably be in the Intercontinental picture, if anything.
Right. Right.
But yeah, Judgment Day, the core four originally, we can all say is dead because it was the simple fact that that man was having tongue wrestling with Liv. It's
Huh.
crazy. Like
Oh man.
our reaction to it, both of us' reaction last night to it was crazy because it's like, whoa. Cause to me, I'm thinking it's gonna be like Finn come out or something like that. I don't know, but
Hmm.
hey, I like how they kept it going. And shout out to WWE for not censoring Pat McAfee because he did say he stopped himself and said this piece of and Cole said go ahead and just say it, this piece of shit. And Pat
Hmm.
McAfee is known for always like cussing out like crazy, which is
And
why
he's
I
a
can't.
fan.
He's a big time fan, which is why I
Big time
cannot
fan.
wait. Which is why I cannot wait until Raw moves to Netflix because there's gonna be no censoring. They'll probably say not. They gonna say whatever they want now. It's just that they'll just be probably say
Hmm.
shit, fuck, goddamn, all that stuff. They probably will say that. They probably I say might. I don't know if they will, but yeah. So Judgment Day from 2021, I believe, to was it 21 or 22? It was 22.
No, 22.
It
22.
was
Yeah,
it
22.
was 2022 to 2024. Moment of silence. All right, we done. All
Yep.
right, so let's get into the next topic, which is CM Punk screwed. CM Punk. Oh boy. See, let's get started off. Let's start off with the whole match. We have Rollins come out
Hmm.
in this long basically Foot Locker robe coming out there look like Liberace. And if you notice, he had like the same gear, like referee wise, that Sean wore at SummerSlam before too. Like you
hmm
notice that he had the same
hmm
type of gear. I think that whole match is like supposed to be like a tribute to the match that it was Shawn Michaels refereeing the match between Taker and Bret Hart. Cause you
I
think
would say
about
that,
it,
yeah.
cause you got to think about it. Not all three of the guys don't like each other. Punk don't like both of them. Drew don't like both of them, and Seth don't like both of them. So it's like they all hate each other.
Right. Right.
And mind you, this was Punk's first match since man, it been I think since 2013, I believe.
Roughly somewhere around that ballpark,
That
yeah.
or 14, I'm not sure. 14 or 2013, I'm not sure. But it's been a while since he had his first singles match. Now, of course, he returned in Royal Rumble of 2024 this year, but he had got hurt. So he had to be put on the shelf a little bit. So
hmm
now it's like it's his first match. Him and Drew. The match told a lot of stories
Yes, it did.
because not only are we seeing Punk and Drew having out each other, then you see Seth. He's in the middle of it because it's like Seth has problems with both of them, especially Punk. Because
hmm
like Seth said, we don't need you here. We never wanted you here. We're fine without you. But it goes back to the Survivor Series. When Punk returned, well, last year's Survivor Series, there's clips of Seth like literally getting pissed off because he's seen um CM Punk coming back. Because it's like, why would you bring him back? But of
hmm
course, they always say real life beef makes money. It sells. No matter if y'all
Yeah.
work it out or not, it will always sell. And
Yeah.
for me, I think, like I said, this match going on back and forth. Of course, we see McIntyre get the win. I mean, to me, I wasn't expecting McIntyre to win, but it's cool that he did get the win because it's like, I mean, Punk is already established, and it's like even if Punk would have won the match, it wouldn't have made sense because McIntyre has basically like lost everything from Punk. So for him to
hmm
be over Punk this time is validation for him, but it's not over because the
hmm
man took his bracelet still, which is a nice bracelet. I ain't gonna hold you, that's a nice bracelet.
Very. Uh, Man,
But yeah,
it's
what's your
so
thoughts on this?
now. I feel like the match itself told one hell of a story. The only issue that I had as far as the match was concerned was there was too much dialect throughout the whole entire match. I feel like the dialect itself took away the physical attributes of the match, but the story overall was definitely there. Um,
Mhm.
the thing for me is I wanted to see a little bit more drama because, like you said, all three don't like each other, which
Right.
is a very interesting dynamic because we seen it with Edge and Matt Hardy. We seen it with who else can we say? Well, I'm gonna just leave it at Edge and Matt Hardy. We seen it get to that level, but not past that level.
I
And
would
I feel
say,
like now, yeah, go ahead.
well, I would say if anything, you said Matt Hardy and Edge. I would say you could throw Brett and Sean in there before they made up because them two hate each other's guts.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That is true. But I feel like this particular rivalry slash beef between all three had a different layer opposed to Brett and Stone Cold and Brett and Sean, I'm sorry, and Edge and Matt Hardy. It had a different layer. although it's probably in the same category as like real personal beef hatred type situation. Now, for this one, I feel like most of it, most of it has to have a certain layer of kayfabe. The only reason why I say that is because we all know in the wrestling business, when it comes to working with your opponent, you have to communicate something to tell this story in the match. And for this particular rivalry, it showed a different layer of professionalism to a degree. Now, if we compare it to Brett and Sean and Edge and Lita, they could have. I feel like back then they said, "Fuck it, we gonna go a million miles an hour to tell God knows what, doing God knows where." You know what I'm saying? But this one, in this day and age, there was a level of professionalism, and then on top of that, they kept in mind like, all right, we don't like each other, but at the end of the day, we're gonna go out here and make money. We're gonna steal the show with what we got and the time that we have. We're gonna steal the show. Unfortunately, they didn't, but it had everybody talking of where Seth was gonna fall as far as being the special guest referee. Is he going to help Drew? Is he going to help Punk? Is he going to help himself? And I feel like so far they were telling the story of Seth trying his absolute hardest to be the voice of reason between the two, which was good on Seth's part. I don't think that particular role for Seth was his best because we all know when it comes to him being the quote unquote third wheel of anything, he's going to go in it for himself no matter what. We seen that in the Shield. We seen that with any tag team partner he had in any faction that he was dealing with. So for this particular match and for this particular role, he told the story. He stuck to his lane. But I wanted to see more drama between all three. That's just my opinion.
I can hear you on that one. I mean, granted, it wasn't a show stealer. Yes, that is very
Hmm.
true. But like I said, this story between Drew and Punk is not over. And
Far
like I
from it.
said, Seth is on the back burner right now because it's like one, Drew is going to say he's done with Punk, but let's be honest here, Punk is not done with him after that because Punk was going to probably win the match against Drew on multiple occasions during that match, but every time you looking, Seth Rollins either got knocked out or got pushed out the ring. And what made
Hmm.
and then what made CM Punk lose his train of thought was when Seth Rollins had on the bracelet, not Drew this
Hmm.
time.
Right.
So
Right.
like I said, if anything, this story is just starting to heat up even a little bit more. I mean, granted, we had a few months of Punk and Drew, but the story
Hmm.
between Seth and Punk, that's only brewing. It's brewing, and it's going to go down to the line of where we're going to go with it. But like I said,
Right.
the next pay per view we have is Bash at Berlin. I don't know if they're going to be on that pay per view, but if not, they'll probably be on the next one, which will be Bad Blood. So it's like
That's gonna
we'll
be a hell of a
see
pay
how
per
it.
view. Oh, PLE. I'm sorry.
Well, PLE, yes, it's going to be one crazy
Yeah.
show because it's going to be a lot. Like I said, with Punk and McIntyre, they just need one more match and then they'll be done. Like let them move on, let them go to separate way. Let McIntyre go to his own route and let
Hmm.
Punk and Seth have their moment. Maybe. If not, save it for next year Mania tour.
Yep. Yep.
Save it for next year's Road to WrestleMania because remember it was originally supposed to be Punk and Rollins at WrestleMania this year. It wasn't supposed to be anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we said, Punk screwed himself. If he wasn't focused on a lot of other stuff, he could have won that match against Drew. But it's like I said, with Seth being in the middle of it, it's like how can he trust him to be an impartial and referee when and Seth was
Mm-hmm.
trying to be impartial. He was not being biased. He wasn't doing none of that. He literally called it down the middle. It's just that Punk just got beside himself and gave him a go to sleep.
Yep. Yep.
So at the end of the day, like we said, and like Michael Cole said as well, the entire commentary team said it. CM Punk screwed CM Punk. But yeah, that like I said, that match alone was good. It gave us more we wanted for. Also, let's talk before we get to some other topics. Let's talk about the when they had the Miz and R2 out there calling the attendance record. That was a cool little that was a little cool thing for him because, like I said, Miz really wanted to be in the title picture on at SummerSlam with the tag titles. So it was like, you know what,
In his hometown.
in his hometown. So it's crazy. Johnny Gargano and Ciampa say belts in his hometown. And now, if now we're gonna get into a situation with the bloodline because now I'm hearing about Jacob Fatu. He's in the boot.
Yeah,
I hope
he.
I hope
Yeah,
it
because
ain't serious.
I feel like I don't think it's serious as well because he landed crazy on that table.
Yeah, because he had to sit down because it's like I think he's supposed to be in the ring with Solo and Cody, and then Roman comes back in there and do what he's supposed to do. But I think that's
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
I think that's God's way of saying that you know what, let's just save this matchup between Jacob and Roman for later, and let just Solo and Roman have a moment because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
since we go on that route, before we talk about the original tribal chief, let's get to Cody and his situation, and that is
Yep.
what's next for Cody.
Mm.
That's the main thing. What is next for Cody Rhodes now that he's beaten Solo and he probably has the bloodline basically in his back in his rear mirror right now because like he can move on
Mm-hmm.
for right now. I'm saying
For right, exactly. For right now.
because sooner or later we're gonna have the final boss back soon, and he's gonna be looking for Cody. So it's like, what's next for Cody? Who is next for Cody is the question. In my mind, I think,
That's an amazing question.
yeah. In my mind, I think SmackDown's going to do a number one contender type thing, where they're going to see who's going to be the next person to challenge Cody for the WWE Championship. I can see them putting,
Mm-hmm.
I can see them putting Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, I would say Andrade, and
Okay.
maybe Carmelo, like a fatal four way to determine the number one contender to Cody. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mind's telling me that it might be like I said, if they have that, I see Randy winning that, and I see him going against Cody, possibly at Bad Blood. Because like I said, it's been moments where we seen Randy look at that title and just keep looking at it while Cody is talking to him.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like, and plus it's like they always say, never trust a snake. Randy Orton's the Viper. That's the thing. Remember, Randy Orton was his mentor. But the thing is, though, Randy has always been known to
Yep.
turn on his trainees or his proteges. He is known to do that. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
are they going to go that route with
Mm-hmm.
him possibly RKO and Cody, setting up a story between them two? Like I said, you got to strike while it's hot. If I'm them, I'm going to let it be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for a WWE Championship. Like I said, with Roman coming back and everything, so it's like let them do what they gotta do. Cody needs to find someone else now to fight else, cause I think he had good matches with either Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Andrade,
Hmm.
Carmelo. If they want to, he can fight LA Knight if he wants to, or Santos. It's like he has an abundance. But when I look at the roster, I only see one person that's for him, and that's Randy. How you feel? So who do you think will be next for Cody? Are you going to say Randy Orton as well, or are you going to go somebody differently?
I feel like honestly, Randy. I'm gonna say this. I'll put it to you like this: Randy is the best choice. However, I'm gonna say Roman is the only choice. And the reason why I say Randy is the only Roman is the only choice is because if we really think this through, we can say Randy is going to be the wild card heading into what could be a possible title shot.
Mm-hmm.
But if we know Cody as well as we know him, he's going to look at Roman and say, you know what? I owe you. Here's a title shot. You technically are owed a rematch. So I feel like it's going to be Roman first, then Randy. But if it plays out to be Randy first, then Roman, I'm fine with it either way. The question would be where, if we're gonna go the Randy route, where would Roman fall in? Same thing, vice versa. If we talking about Roman, where would Randy fall in at? Because Cody technically owes KO, Randy, Roman, maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there, maybe John Cena,
That's
maybe.
a wild card.
Exactly because if we go back to the first Bloodline Rules match, we seen Jay come out, so he might. I don't know if you. I don't think he's going to give Jay a title shot. He could, but I don't think that's going to happen. Then we talking about John Cena over on the Blue Brand. He might give him a title shot. We can all say Seth Rollins till we're blue in the face. We know that's not going to happen. We would love to see it, but we know that's not going to happen yet. But the two front runners would have to be Randy and Roman. Unfortunately, KO's in the back burner again, but I would say the main front runners. Actually, no, I would say the main front runners would be KO, Randy, and Roman as far as who will be next.
To be honest with you, I would say KO is more into the U.S. title picture. I think right now. Don't be wrong. I mean, I would love to see KO back in the main title picture, but I think for the sake of it, I think he'll probably go back down to the U.S. title picture. I can see that happening more than anything. But here's my rebuttal to what you said about Roman.
Hmm.
All these why I say it won't be Roman because Roman still has to worry about Solo.
That's true. And
Because
that's why I said depending on how they play it out. If
yeah,
Randy is the first person, then we'll go and see where Roman falls in afterwards.
because like I said, with Solo, basically, he's having his terms saying that he's the tribal chief, which he's
Hmm.
not, and
Hmm.
he's taken out his own brother, took out the wise man, and basically lied
Mm.
to and basically said Roman Reigns is not coming back. And
Hmm.
now, similar fact that now is like where we go from there. We're gonna get all set to our next topic, but
Yeah.
for me, like I said, it has to be Randy
Hmm.
because the story is there. The guy who took you in as a protege called Legacy.
Hmm.
You didn't go. Then Cody he goes and leave WWE to make his own name outside of the company, which he did. He did it in ROH. He did it in New
Hmm.
Japan Pro Wrestling. He did it in
Yep.
AEW.
Hmm.
Hell, he even did it in Impact Wrestling for a little bit.
I was going to say, yeah.
He did like I said. Cody Rhodes made a name for himself outside. Then he comes back into the WWE, has a little run, but has a little hiccup in his torn pec. Was out for the majority of the year. Comes back the following year, wins the Royal Rumble, loses to Roman, go through that whole year basically doing hard times, and then makes his way back up to the ladder and finally dethrones Roman for the WWE Championship. Since
Hmm.
then, it's been great matches after matches for Cody since being the champion. His title reign, people will say it's been but it hasn't really been It's been good for him because it's like he's showing he's the face of the company. Now, of course, we're
Hmm.
gonna have some fans of Roman that are like, "Oh, the title reign sucks" because it's like Roman ain't there anymore. I'm like, okay, but sooner or later, Roman's gonna lose the title. So it's like, granted, don't get me wrong, Roman was a great champion.
Hell of a champion.
He was a hell of a champion, but it's to a point where it's like we can't have the champion go on for multiple weeks and we don't see him. So I think with Cody
Hmm.
being there, Cody being the standard barrier of the face of the company, him doing the interviews, him doing the charity events, you might as well say, him doing all that stuff. It's like Cody, like I said, for Cody to have all that come back around to fighting his mentor in Randy Orton, that's a story in itself. And it's like it'll tell, like I said, yeah, think about it. Remember who introduced Cody to Randy? Dusty.
Yeah,
Dusty
that's true.
introduced
That's
Cody
true.
to Randy, and that was in 2007.
Hmm.
So it's like, if I'm Triple
Yep.
H, I would make this match for Bad Blood. Because it's like Cody Rhodes, like I said, even though he's a WWE champion, he's too nice sometimes to his friends. And it's like KO is KO, but Randy is your protege, but they always say, do not trust a snake.
You know what? I do you one even better because I had to think about it for a little bit because I feel like I think the main reason why a lot of people are saying Cody Rhodes' reign is like not doing as well is because we've been so desensitized to an active champion as much as Cody Rhodes has been active.
That's true.
We
That's
had
true.
we had Roman as champion, and we can't really say Roman wasn't always there, but he was there to a capacity. And then on top of that, it made the championship more. I'm gonna say it gave it more of a special feel because we haven't had that in a while. Because if you think about it like this: we grew up on the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
where every other, I would say either every week or every other week, the title was defended on TV.
Not as much,
Now
because
with
in the Attitude Era, not as much.
but we've always seen the champion.
Yeah.
So it's like we we kind of sort of are going back to having champions actively there. They may not be in action, but they're there.
Yeah.
Roman, on the other hand, he wasn't always there, but he kept the title in conversation as far as the story, as far as his character, as far as appearances. And on top of that, I feel like Cody doing the complete opposite of Roman, it's good, but it hinders him at the same time. The reason being is because we as fans, we're we're not used to that. We haven't been used to that in God knows how long. So for this run, for Cody to be at all of the appearances, all the Make a Wishes, all the TV appearances, all the interviews, is like, okay, he's there, but what really are you doing? If that makes sense. So I feel like for me, I feel like Cody could easily dial it back just a little bit because he doesn't have to do all of anything. He's choosing to do it, which is good on him. But I'd rather see the title be more of a more of like a special thing, like an actual what's the word I'm looking for? Like more of a contention type thing to get to the championship, if that makes sense.
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying on that. It's that's actually not bad. Like I said, what you just said is not bad. Like telling of it, because granted, me personally, like I said, Cody is basically that old school type champion because he's basically treated like how
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair. He basically treated how Ric Flair treated the NWA championship. Was at every
Mm-hmm.
appearance, defended the title numerously. Now, granted, he didn't defend it all the time, but he was there. Now, with
Right.
Cody, like I said,
Right.
Cody, he's going. Like I said, Cody is now in that realm of John Cena realm. 'Cause think about it, Cena was
Mm-hmm.
always there for the Make a Wishes, the appearances, and everything. So it's like we gotta do
Mm-hmm.
that. The thing is, though, with fans today, I think with Roman having the ring he had for a long period of time, and him becoming this big time wrestler who's like arguably on the Mount Rushmore or some people's Mount Rushmore. So it's like Cody's gonna be fine. And as like I said, his title ring has been fine. I think it just like a lot of people are like so used to Roman having that belt for so long, it made them like oh Roman should still be champion. He's gonna lose all the ratings, this and that. And but really, it didn't lose the ratings because it still had sold out shows. Cody
Mm-hmm.
was there just about every week. If he's not doing an interview, he was there in some capacity. And then it's like he's wrestling on the card too from time to time on SmackDown. So it's like he's not like not there every. He's not trying to say he's going to be there every week. So it's like he's there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but like I said, hopefully Friday comes, we find out where Cody goes. Like I'm sure it's going to be a conversation between him and Roman possibly. Who knows? Or maybe him and Randy. Who knows? We don't know how it's going to go.
Right.
But I cannot wait for it. All right, guys. So we're gonna get into the last topic, and the last topic of the night is drum roll, please. The OTC is back. Now I know what you're thinking. What is the OTC? The OTC is the original tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
One's up if you know what it is.
Yep.
So Roman Reigns makes his return Saturday night at SummerSlam, basically costing his cousin Sol Sikoa the WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice his music, it's not the normal music he's coming out to. That's the same theme he had at WrestleMania this past year. That's the
Yes,
theme that was
indeed.
that's the theme that was played by, you might get a kick out of this, the Philadelphia All State Choir and Band.
Roman is a Philly guy now.
Only
He's a Philly guy now.
reason why I say you kick only reason why I say he'll get kicked out of it because we have a friend who's all city. We had a few. We had a few.
Yeah, very a whole bunch, a whole
We had a
bunch.
few people all city and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
for him to come out to that music, it was like so like everybody was going crazy, losing their mind. He just doing his normal walk down, he's basically taking it in, breathing it in, and it was like
Mm-hmm.
he just came out there just caused havoc. As soon as he got in the ring and the song dropped, Superman punched right to his cousin's face,
Mm-hmm.
spear. He looks at Cody, gives him a nod, and walks out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man. And then next you know we see next you know of course Cody gets the win over Solo, and then we see Roman near the stage going towards the stage, just stopping looking at the match. You see him and Cody staring against each other again, and then it cuts to Jacob and Solo losing his mind, just yelling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like to have Roman Reigns back is great. Thing is now, are we going to build up the story between him and Solo? Are we going to find out who gave Solo the orders for real? Because at the end of the day, to me, it all leads up to The Rock. That's the main thing. Because like I'm gonna bring this back up again. What did The Rock say to Cody the night after WrestleMania? Your story with Roman Reigns is over, but me and your story is only beginning. Like I said, this could have been a plant for The Rock with Solo, Jacob, and the Tungan brothers. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, where do you go from there? And plus, now it's rumors that another Tungan brother is on his way over to WWE soon, and Hikuleo. So it's
Yeah.
like Roman is right now by himself until he gets the Usos probably back on his side, and maybe somebody else, or maybe like a Sami Zayn or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is that having Roman Reigns back, it tells even a more of a bigger story now because it's like, who told them to make Solo tribal chief when I'm the tribal chief? Who gave that order? So it's like him coming out there to all the fans going crazy. I was hyped. Well, I was just in shock when the live stream, like, oh, he's back, and it was like, man. So enough about me. How did you feel about Roman Reigns returning?
For starters, it's always good to see the tribal chief back. Um, just just to see him continuously doing what he's doing as the tribal chief, and let's not forget he's also still to this day battling leukemia. So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep him in our prayers.
Yes, yes,
Um, but to see him still doing it at this level and still being the tribal chief is awesome. Him coming back is really enhancing the bloodline story. Um, just when we thought the bloodline was done. And this also goes back to I would say, the month after WrestleMania 39, was it? Where as the original bloodline was splitting up, Jay and Jimmy were saying they didn't want to be tribal chief, but we know somebody who would be tribal chief. And they all looked at Solo. So you would think, since that seed was planted, Solo had in the back of his mind, like, listen, I would definitely be a better tribal chief. And even with that, they told this story with Solo Sequoia being tribal chief since 2023, since last year, literally. So to see where this goes, I would love to see it. And then on top of that, the predictions that we all have as far as the bloodline having yet another civil war. Only this time it's bigger. So I guess for me, all of this that's taking place right now is leading up to the long awaited Rock versus Roman, in my opinion. Will we see it? We will. Could it be at Mania? We don't know exactly just yet because we still got to get past the Bash, Bad Blood, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, all of that. It's
that is
like
true.
but I feel like it's already written on the wall of how all of this is going to play out. But for the time being, Roman coming back as predicted at SummerSlam, definitely one to remember. And I feel like this. him coming back at SummerSlam yet again is just another 2020 moment when he came back and speared the Fiend or attacked the Fiend and Braun Strowman. So
Yeah, when he returned in
for this to
Spanish,
play out,
yeah, that was big.
that was huge. So I feel like it's a playback to that a little bit, but this bloodline story is definitely going to go down as not one of, but the greatest stories ever, ever in the history of the WWE.
Hmm. I agree with you on that one. Like, cause the story can continue on and on. It don't have to like really end once they're like done. It's like the story will continue as long as they're still there. Cause now you're adding in more parts. You're adding in the Tungan brothers. You're adding in Jacob. You're adding in soon to be Hikaleo. You're going to add probably going to add Zillafat too soon once he get up there.
Hmm.
Then you got other family members as well you can add to it. So it's like it's an abundance for the bloodline. Then you got Rakishi with his podcast, him saying
Hmm.
he'll come back and stuff. It's like it can go to so many routes with the bloodline story. I think it's all going well down to Bad Blood because it's like I think that
Hmm.
pay per view alone we're going to see some stuff between Solo and Roman, and it's like it's going to be a building tree for Survivor Series. Because we're going to have a War Games match, regardless. It's going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline in the War Games match.
Hmm. Hmm.
And like I
Yep.
said,
Absolutely.
Solo. Did you know that was Solo's first match on SummerSlam ever last night?
Hmm.
That was
That's a
his
lot of
first.
people's first that I thought was shocking enough as it is.
That was his first match. I mean, he's been in like a moments on the card, but that was his first match on SummerSlam, and it was the main
Hmm.
event of the show. That's big for him,
That
and
is
it's like,
huge. That is huge.
and his character development has been great. So, like I said, I cannot wait to
Hmm.
see what's going to happen between these two on SmackDown this Friday coming up. Because it's like we don't know if Roman's going to be there. We don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that this week's wrestling after
Hmm.
SummerSlam, the week is SummerSlam weekend, basically Monday and Friday. Because Tuesday NXT, we got Great American
Hmm.
Bash with them, so they're good. But both Monday and Friday shows,
Hmm.
I can't wait.
I, Ooh, man. All I'm gonna say is, Dom, say your prayers, eat your
And
vitamins. Don't eat live too much, but that's besides the point. Um, yeah,
man,
yeah,
I saw it's so many weird, it's so many weirdos with Liv. Somebody said drink her bath water. I'm like,
bro. This, I tell you, like, I would tell you, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are the two most talked about women in the on, and I would say on Raw. I'm gonna just put it on Raw. But like, I feel like in a way, both of them are the same exact character. Only one is more ruthless than the other. And we see, can we, speaking of ruthless, can we talk about how Rhea Ripley popped her shoulder back in the socket multiple times in this match?
she did twice. She did what, I think 3 times or twice.
My God. And like, you could literally see the shoulder out of the.
She
God.
could be double jointed. Who knows?
I'm
She could be
convinced.
double.
I hope that's the case, but I guarantee you, Rhea Ripley is the toughest man I know to do that.
You ain't shit for that.
Like, I'm just saying. I'm
The
just
toughest
saying.
man,
Rhea
the
Ripley
toughest man.
is the toughest man. Look. We got Becky Lynch as the man, but Rhea Ripley is the mommy man. Like that's my God, my God. God bless.
On that
Look,
note,
I
we
just
gonna
I feel
yeah.
I feel for Buddy. I feel for Buddy Matthews right now. Like I can't see how he dominates that in the bedroom, but my God,
Oh,
my
where are we going with
God.
this? All right. On that note, we gonna end this
Yep.
show
You already know.
because
You
oh
already
my
know.
god. Okay. All right. So
Yo,
let's.
what if this is gonna be the last thing. What if Rhea Ripley busts out a missionary promo on Raw?
A missionary promo. What do you mean by that?
Like what if Rhea Ripley just out of nowhere, out of pettiness, roast Dom is like, Dom, you were weak in missionary position anyway, so good riddance. I
You gotta be
promise you,
stopped. You gotta be stopped.
if Rhea Ripley drops a line, I'm just saying, I'm just I'm just saying,
You gotta be stopped.
I'm just saying. Rhea Ripley is running both of these dudes in both relationships, her marriage life and her TV marriage, well, TV relationship life.
Oh
She's
my
the dude in
god.
these relationships, bro.
Oh my god. I can't with you, bro. Oh my god.
Whips and chains and everything, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's it's there, it's there.
All right, y'all. So we gonna go head out of here. All right. So like I said, we are now streaming on Twitch and YouTube as well. Still. Also, we have a
Hmm.
Discord. We have a Discord. I'll put a Discord in the description box in the YouTube. So you want to check it out and follow on the Discord. Like I said, you're more than welcome to come join the Discord. Me and my guys in there, we're talking, some wrestling stuff, just having a ball. Also, we have an Instagram
Yep,
page,
yep,
Minds of Mayhem, Minds of Mayhem Instagram page. It goes by at MOM Podcast One. Also, it was
yep.
talks of me and him talking about doing merch soon. Right now, we're gonna put that on the back burner, and we'll make merch later down the road, but not now. So right now we're just gonna keep doing this podcast. As you can see, we have more stuff towards it now. We got more of a actual show into it a little bit with the cutscenes and everything and the banners. So it's like
Hmm.
we're starting to add on to the show more and to be better. Also, if you
Yep,
want to be a guest,
absolutely.
also you want to be a guest, like I said, you can follow us on our Instagrams, or you can email, or you can message me on IG, and I'll put my IG handle. Well, I can say right here, my IG handle is at fat double underscore hawk 54 on Instagram. Or you can, like I said, or if you message me in the Discord, I can add you as a guest as well too. So also, matter of fact, how about this? You got anything coming up, bro?
Um, we have we ASW Philly. We're having our show block party. Stay tuned for the details to that. I know it's going to be probably sometime this month. Either the 17th or the 24th of this month. One of those two dates will be block party. Leading into the new school season for the children. Um, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it is Nova underscore chapter 31. Or you can go over to my ASW Philly page, ASW Philly underscore as it is Jones on Instagram. You can message me. You can hit me up if you want to be a guest. Like you said on the podcast, let me know, let him know. Um, I was going to have a guest on last night, but due to technical stuff that was going on, we couldn't get it done. It would have been great. Plus, y'all missed one hell of a wild draft that we had last night. We'll talk about it next week. I
Mhm.
guarantee you. We'll talk about it next week.
How about this? The
But
guy
in the
you
meantime,
How about this? Wait, before anything, up, just lost him. You good?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because I think the connection kind of messed up on your end.
Oh, this is a conspiracy. See?
that
God
was no,
damn it, Liv.
that was Uncle Howdy.
Oh shit, that's even worse. Oh damn.
So I
Oh
have.
damn.
How about
Oh
this? The
god.
guy the crew you was with last night, whoever you was with last night, have asked them if they want to come on with the show next week.
I could do that.
Tell him he's more. They're more welcome to come on the show. Like I said, and hopefully next week you have a better camera.
We'll have a work. We'll have something going in the next week or so. Whatever happens, we'll figure it out.
Cause like I said, if anything, I think if well, I have my camera as you can see is a good camera, but I had to get this recently. Like I said, just go on Amazon, look for a camera, just hook up to the laptop, you straight.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we gonna head up out of here, and like I said, next week we'll be back next week, same time, same place, 8 o'clock. Have a good night, y'all. Peace out.